Do you know there are men in their 50s on Tinder who have the audacity to say they're looking for short-term fun? You're serious? You're serious?
I feel like there's so many single women out there that are just so scared. Like, what if I never find my soulmate?
Like, what do you even do in a relationship? You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know.
I feel so unlovable. Is it just me? Or is it everyone? I don't know, I'm losing my mind.
Old Hags ranting, dating is hard over 30. What a title. This should be an interesting one. Be sure to like, subscribe, path of progress. Let's get into it.
When I text you and you leave me undelivered for 6 or 7 hours, I want you to picture me being kidnapped and taken hostage. Picture that. That's how I feel when you don't answer. Then what would you do? Would you maybe stop leaving me undelivered? If I was kidnapped, maybe somewhere you didn't know.
Bro, even if she was kidnapped, my guy would probably appreciate the peace and quiet. Just saying.
I'm single and haven't been touched in a very, very long time.
Oh boy.
I had my physical at my doctor this week. And when he touched my lymph nodes to see why they're swollen, that was probably one of the best not dating experiences I've had in a very long time.
I thought that was going somewhere else for a minute, not gonna lie. Her lymph system, dude. Get your head out of the gutter. Come on, come on. Okay, but no joke, this is very real. Like, you are absolutely gonna see more of this kind of stuff. You're gonna have a lot of essentially sexually frustrated women. The women that cannot get with the guys that they want to. For all you bros that are into cougars, it's gonna be hunting season. But man, this is just so true. All of these women, as they age, they're just becoming more and more and more single. And there's going to be more of them that are becoming single. There's this stat, I think it's from Morgan Stanley, where they projected that by 2030, 50% of women will be single. And this was data for the young-ish women that are 35 and lower. That is where society is headed, bro. That's just what it is.
I started seeing a man after I said I was done with them. I know. Nerd, geek, dork, all the things, right? He's nice enough. He's funny. Like, we get along well. There really isn't awkward silences, but I can feel my avoidance creeping up. It's like Black Veins and Stranger Things. Just, it's about to like completely take over. Yesterday, I mentioned Tortured Poets being one of my favorite albums ever. He listened to the whole thing while he cleaned his apartment today. That's like a 2.5 hour album. Which, whatever, 2.5 hours, you decided to do that. Taylor Swift, I think, is good. So, good for you, you finally got into it. The only reason
Taylor Swift?
I fucking did this shit was because my therapist was like, Maggie, you shouldn't isolate yourself. He doesn't have to be your boyfriend. He doesn't have to be here forever. Just go. Who cares? And I'm all for who cares, but fuck, Candace. Then he's getting nervous, and he's staring at me, and he's smiling. Whole time I'm like this, trying not to look at him. So he doesn't go... I'm freaking out and I don't want to be here, so Jesus Christ.
Bro, this is a femcel right here. You don't like that a guy likes you? This is a personal problem. It's so crazy because this guy is obviously putting in effort, even though he is definitely a simp, listening to 2 hours of Taylor Swift. But bro, he's trying. He's trying, and women like this that are, let's be honest, below average, they're like, ew, gross. He listens to Taylor Swift. I know, I sent him the album and everything, and I told him I wanted him to listen to it, but that's gross. Honestly, man, like, some of these, they just deserve to be single. Through all of this, you deserve it. You're constantly rejecting dudes that are putting effort. You deserve to be single. Just another statistic.
If I have to deal with one more man in their 30s to late 30s telling me on dating apps that they're unsure about what they want, I'm honestly gonna crash out. Like, honestly, what don't you know? Like,
do women like this remember in their early 20s when they were indecisive and they didn't want to settle down in their prime? Did they remember when they had all of those options earlier in life? They had all of these options, but they didn't want to settle down. But now you want to shame guys that are finally hitting their stride, getting into their prime and not wanting to settle down? Pretty hypocritical, huh? That's the thing with a lot of these women, man. They are on the time clock. You are not.
This is just like a little shout out, just a little PSA to men. Listen, if you want a fun little one-night stand with a girl, you can actually just say that. I know it's crazy, but you can actually just say that. You don't have to take her out on a date, wine and dine her, convince her for 2-3 hours that you're looking for something, you know, a relationship, then down the line get with her, and then tell her you wanted something casual. Because 9 times out of 10, if you were just honest with her from the start and said, hey, look, I'm looking for something casual, she's either going to be like, okay, perfect, yeah, sounds fun to me, or she's just going to say no. And then you can find someone else.
What? 9 out of 10 times, she's going to say yes or no. What does that mean? What is that last one? Honestly, only the super hyper giga chads can do that. Or straight up celebrities, guys like that. Can a normal guy maybe get in at the right time, drop a line like that, and it actually work out? Sure, definitely. But if you're giving this advice to every single dude, hey, every single guy in the world, just go out there and ask a woman for a one-night fling. Hell no, bro. Hell no.
I feel like there's so many single women out there that are just so scared. Like, what if I never find my soulmate? And I'm over here like, oh my God, what if I do find my soulmate? Because like the way my life is set up, it's just not set up for a man to like be in my space, right? I mean, it's 8:30. I'm on a heating pad. I don't want to be talked to or bothered while I scroll endlessly. And I just brought an entire pecan pie to my bed. I brought the whole pecan pie to my bed and ate it. I didn't eat the whole thing, but like the whole pecan pie was in my bed. I feel like a real adult would frown upon that. Like, what do I do if somebody's here? Like, I just close the door and ask for privacy to eat my pecan pie in peace? I don't know. It just doesn't feel like the move.
Yeah, I mean, it's just cope. It's cope, dude. That's what it is. Because even if, let's just say that women like this are actually happy and they're not just coping online. What they don't realize is you have 40 plus years left of life. Do you think you're going to want to do this every single day for the rest of your life? And man, I'm telling you, for my age, I've had quite the experience, okay? I've had a litany of different experiences. But man, the thing is, it gets old. All of it, it gets old. You want to move on past that at some point. With this stuff, it might be fun in the short term. But long term, do you want to be doing this when you're 65 alone in your bed? With, I'm sure, plenty of cats around you, while you waddle to the fridge, just let me get my next pecan pie. You are leading yourself into a depressing life. You are. If you don't put effort into finding a man and building a relationship, this is what your life will look like for the rest of your life. So many of them are incredibly excited. They just do not see where this leads long term.
You know what's a problem?
What?
Being single. Being horny. Not wanting to sleep around, but also not wanting a relationship.
Girl, you gotta chill out.
Because I need it fixed. It's been years.
Yo, you gotta...
And it's all I can think about. Fuck. I know it's not a problem. But it's a need, maybe? Okay. That's all.
Okay. Why? Why is it online? I don't get it, bro. Why is it online? God, it's so cringe. How is it online, bro? How do you record this? You view it back and you're like, yeah, this makes sense. I'm gonna publish this to thousands of people. Oh my God. Yeah. These women, man. Get them out of here, bro. All right.
Me, see man on Hinge. Man, kind of decently cute. Man, 6'2". Me swipe right. Man DM me DM man. Man add me on Snap. Me add man on Instagram. We talking well. Me find out man has a kid.
Why is she talking
Me
like
don't
this?
really like men with kids. But me, we digress. Man say we going deep. Me say sure, let's do it. Man say Korean barbecue. Me say hell yeah. Me and man texting all day. Man say made reservation for 8 p.m. Me no hear from man at 6 p.m. Me no hear from man at 7 p.m. Me doing nails. Me check Snapchat. Man blocked me. Me say, okay. Me go on nail page. Me
Is this
DM man.
caveman talk?
Me say, me don't care. Me go out with my friends. Me have good life. Me forget about.
I think she's caveman maxing, bro. This is some Neanderthal language right here. And me think women should stop using TikTok.
You know what I hate about dating culture right now?
What?
Is that it's like whoever cares less is winning. Ugh. Oh, so what? I have a crush on you. Lucky you, motherfucker. Like, oh, I think you're hot. Lucky you. Why do we have this whole thing about like, oh, if I text them twice, that means they're going to know that I like them? Duh. 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 And who gives a fuck if you text them twice? If they don't like it, then they're just not going to respond, and that gives you your fucking answer, then you can move on. Or they might like it and they'll respond. Either way, it's a win-win for you. Who gives a shit? Ew, I hate it. Like, ew. I'm going to be so cool. I'm going to act so stoic.
I bet you didn't mind the games when you're in your early 20s. I bet you didn't mind playing the games with the Chads and all those nice guys in your DMs leading them on. Damn, bro, I'm not even trying to be mean, honestly. But the thing is, they were given all of this opportunity. It's like basically every single option in the world. And now they're single because they fumbled the world somehow. This is all self-inflicted. All of it. You couldn't lock down a guy in your thousands of options. That's what it is, man. And now they just have to hold the L.
I've been single for so long that it's like, if I were to get into a relationship, I don't even know what I would do. Like, I don't know how I would function. Like, what do you even do in a relationship? You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know.
I mean, real. That's actually real. That's the thing, bro. All of her habits, her entire lifestyle, all she knows is how to be single. And this is why it makes it so difficult to take older women seriously, especially ones that have never been in a relationship, because she is actually completely correct here. Her lifestyle, her mindset, everything is single. She doesn't know how to interact within a relationship. She doesn't know how to problem solve. They get set within their own daily routines, their own lifestyles, that they don't have a place for a man in their life. Even if they wanted to be in a relationship, you're set on single mode. And you guys know that old saying, you can't teach an old dog new tricks? That is so true. At some point as you age, you kind of just are that person. You don't really learn anything else. And it does, a lot of times happens between this 30 to 40 age range, where you are just that person for the rest of your life. So a lot of these older women, they become rigid. They do. They don't want to go into a man's frame. They want him to come into her frame. It makes it very difficult to build a life with that person.
I'm starting to think that maybe I'm the problem, because everyone around me has a freaking boyfriend who treats them incredible and is super nice to them. And I, for some reason, can't get a boyfriend, and they all don't want to commit to me, and they just want to use.
Okay.
I feel so unlovable. Is it just me? Or is it everyone? I don't know. I'm losing my mind.
That's not everybody.
Losing my mind! God damn, I feel so unlovable. I can't do this. Everyone around me is gonna come. I feel like I'm third wheeling all the time.
Yeah.
Am I the only one?
I think she's beginning to unlock critical thinking. She's actually noticing what the issue is.
I want everybody to take a wild guess how many drinks I paid for tonight. Zero drinks. Does anybody want to take a guess as to how many guys asked for my number? 3. The answer's 3. How many guys asked to come home with me? 2. The answer is 2. How many was I interested in talking to? 0. Why? Because I want to talk to the guy that left me on red. I am uninterested. We literally just went through this situation, and I haven't learned my lesson. I want the ones that don't want me. This is definitely an attachment problem. I have an anxious attachment with the ones that don't want me, and an avoidant attachment with the ones that do. I want guys to want me, I just don't want them all the time. You know? I want obsession, but I need space. But not too much space. I'll take some breadcrumbs. Damn. I just want a hyperfixation to work out. At least for a little bit. I want to have fun, flirty fun, and be into somebody I'm actually into. It's a rough life out here.
Yeah.
And if I hear...
You have no idea what you want. Let's be real. All right, truth bomb incoming. Prepare yourself. This is why female intellect doesn't matter. This is why, right here. Listen to the very beginning. She is very aware of exactly what is going on. I have attachment issues. I keep going for the guys that aren't good for me. She is consciously registering this. She is logically realizing this, right? But what happens? She still does the behavior over and over and over. Why? Why does this happen? It's because she doesn't have emotional control. She doesn't have the emotional intelligence. She is not a master of her own emotions. Smart people realize, oh, if I touch this hot stove, I get burned. If somebody keeps touching a hot stove, do you think that person is smart? Or maybe a little bit challenged and they should wear a helmet everywhere? And this is the thing, man. Real smart women understand themselves. That is what a real smart woman is. A woman that fully understands herself, her biology, her emotions. Because otherwise, it doesn't matter. All of the degrees, all of your IQ points, doesn't matter if you can still be emotionally manipulated.
Guys' ego can never handle when you're just not interested in them in a romantic way. Like the amount of times where a guy follows me and I follow him back, whether it is because I think he's cute or maybe I just know about him, or they DM me something funny, so I'm like, okay, like follow back, you know, you're funny. But when you'll go to like text or something and you're just not interested, like they immediately unfollow you. And it's like, okay, well, why would he follow you if you weren't even interested? No, it's like, I thought we could be friends. I was down to be friends. Like, did you just expect me to be like, yeah, daddy, let me come No. I was just wanting to get to know you, you know? Build some mutuals on social media. F you. I go and it's like immediately unfollowed. Like, okay,
yeah,
you're
you
pissed because I'm not interested in you in a romantic way. Like, you are so immature and that's the biggest turnoff.
Who cares if you're turned off? You didn't like the guy anyway. Like, who cares? But man, she literally just wants to continually get free attention. That's all it is, man. Because this guy plays it exactly correct. This is exactly what you should do. Pursue a woman, interact with her, do all this, why not? And if she's not interested, cut ties. No attention, zero. All this is men valuing their time. And I am 100% in support of this.
The men in my DMs do not understand that just because I can get a bunch of men to run a train on me doesn't mean I want to get a bunch of men to run a train on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can see so many comments being like, ew, she's so used. Everyone's been with her. Really? Really? Oh, is that right? I am the kind of girl where it's like, if I don't have an emotional connection with you, you're not seeing my hole, okay? If we haven't been on a few dates and like really gotten to know each other, I'm not bending over. Like, I can't. I have to like have a fantasy of you first. I'm not just bending over. Like, come on.
Yeah, you guys, she's a good woman. She's a good chick, dude. Yeah, she isn't out there like that at all. All she does is just post online all the time talking about her various holes. That's she's a good woman. That's wifey material. They have no idea how unattractive they're being.
I have another question for men.
Uh-huh.
When you guys are eating the box, what are you guys thinking of? Like, are you actually like thinking of like them? Or are you thinking of like, when is the next game? And did I turn off the stove? Like you've ever cooked before?
The internet was a mistake, bro. Complete mistake.
Can I skip all the dating BS and just get to the part where I'm in love? I just don't have any more small talk in me. What do you do for work? Do you like it? Do you have any pets? What's your favorite color?
And again, this is just another reason why men don't want to date older women. Because stuff like this, it's very true. Where a lot of the dating charm has really lost its luster. It's lost its sparkle. There's no more like Disney magic in there at all. And that is one of the most charming parts about dating women. A lot of the older women, they just want to immediately boil it down to logistics. What's your job? How much do you make? Do you have children? Okay, can that fit into my schedule? Okay, well, I'm looking to get married. I want one more child. There's no magic. It's just a resume, a to-do list.
What? Ugh,
what?
I can't. Do you know there are men in their 50s on Tinder who have the audacity to say they're looking for short-term fun? You're serious? You're serious? You're in your 50s, honey. That's a good one. Like, sir, those days are over. You're not a gigolo anymore. Embarrassing.
They're not over. Those days are not over for guys like that. See, the thing is with older guys, as far as I can tell, they have quite a few options actually. If you're like a 50-plus-year-old dude, you have quite a few options. They're just not the options you want, because other single women around that age are very like Karen maxed. They're trying to talk to every manager in their vicinity and in general just looking for a wallet. But these dudes, they do have options and they can get, you know, one night flings or a couple week fling, whatever.
It drives me crazy that there's like one person that's like in the back of my mind and it's like a what if, but it's not a what if because he is so fearfully avoidant that it would literally never work because he's not getting his shit together whatsoever. But he like lurks in the background and I like him enough and I had a really good time with him when we were together. And he lurks in the background just enough to have me feel like, what if? Because that's what he wants. But I know what if we got together, I would get my fucking heart broken. That's what if. Like, does everyone have this person? It's annoying.
And a lot of these women, they end up just being essentially perpetual children that have never matured. They've never grown up. Because that's the thing, man. If women don't get into a relationship and they don't start having children, this is what happens to them. Women are not hitting this stage of maturity, so they can't progress further in life. Like, bro, when does this end? You're still talking about guys that are emotionally unavailable and you're like 35 or whatever. And that's the thing. Women are supposed to be in pairs. They're supposed to be paired off already. And if women capitalize on their prime years, they are set up for the rest of their lives. Women having children is a huge maturation process for them. Okay, so it's not only that, but after that, there's going to be grandbabies in the future as well, which is another maturation process. So if women capitalize on this, they will set themselves up for essentially lifelong caregiving to little babies that they love. Yeah, but almost none of them are doing that, bro. Almost none of them. Yeah, I just like this emotionally detached guy. He like wants to be in a relationship with me, but not really. And I kind of want to be with him, but not really. And you know, we had a fling like 10 years ago, but it just kind of fizzled out. And now I want to be with him. But bro, it's a fucking mess.
I genuinely feel like the only way to be in a relationship these days and the only way anybody is in a relationship these days is to just fucking settle. Like so hardcore. Like you just give up, like you just settle. So it's a no from me. It will remain a no from me, and you can just like miss me with that. Like I'm just gonna dodge it.
All right, happy 35th birthday, by the way.
All right, the worst has happened. I am 29 years old and single, and I'm getting out of a 7-year relationship that I thought I was gonna marry him and have his babies, but I didn't. Anyway, I've been single for a minute now, and I'm starting to dip my toes in the dating pool, per se. I was very nervous for this. I kind of didn't want to do it. I was like, I'm just going to be single forever. But then I was like, I need some distractions. I'm sad.
Women that got into a relationship in their early 20s and then later down the line broke up when she's around 30, they do not realize the rude awakening that they are in for. Because when they were in their early 20s, this is prime time. This is where all of your options are. But 10 years down the line, you break up, you're back out on the dating market, you're 30 years old. Now the guys are not looking out for you the way that they were 10 years ago.
Dating in your 30s as a single mom is so wild because one weekend you might be going out with a divorced man in his 40s, dad of 3 kids. The next weekend it might be a 22-year-old. Balance.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, there's so many like different angles to this. Imagine this is your mom. Imagine this is your mom doing this, bro. And on top of that, imagine you're gonna start dating this woman. She's late 30s, single mom, and you're a new guy coming into her life. And you find out she's making TikToks online about getting with younger guys and she's a cougar. Like, bro, there's so many layers of yikes. This is very onion yikes behavior.
It's always funny when a guy cancels on you and they're like, it's not a big deal. Not only did I already do my hair, whatever, but I mentally prepared. Fuck you.
Oh, I'm shaking. I just got home from a date. We were going to an event and dinner. We did not make it to dinner. He just dropped me off at home. I'm back home. I've been gone for an hour and 15 minutes. I'm back home. And I have a friend coming to pick me up right now. Okay. I just asked him to take me home. You know the amount of times I have wanted to do that while on a date and I didn't, and I just sat there and grinned and bared it. A guy does something or says something or is something that I just don't jive with, and I stick around because it's the polite thing to do. No more. No more of that, girls. I finally just said, look, I have to be really honest. You just did this thing that is really not my vibe and it's turning me off, and I don't think I can make it to dinner with you. To his credit, he took it really, really well, and he said, okay, I actually completely understand. Thank you for telling me, and let's go ahead and get you home. He also asked me out on another date. What? No. Come here. This guy's happy. Come on. Come on.
And of course, she doesn't say at all what this guy did. Nothing. He probably made the mistake of sipping from a straw. Typical.
I'm purposefully not dating, but dating is still somehow finding its way into my life and pissing me off. Okay, so this past weekend, me and my friends were out at a bar. Mind you, I don't have dating apps anymore. I deleted them. I was kind of just doing my own thing. I literally said out loud, I don't want a boyfriend. I'm really not interested in guys right now. We go to a bar. We go up to a group of guys. We start talking to them, whatever. I really was not feeling a vibe from any of them, but I wasn't really looking for a vibe. Like, I was just looking to have fun. My friend ended up leaving and going home a little earlier than a couple other girls. And then one of the guys ends up getting my number from one of my friends that I was with. And he texted me like, hey, I met you at this bar last night. Do you want to go out on a date? And I was like, I thought he was cute at the bar. Was I trying to flirt with him or anything? No. I answered and I was like, sure. I mean, if you're going to text me and like go out of your way and ask me on a date, like, yeah, I'll go. Still don't really know what I'm looking for in relationships, but I wasn't out on Hinge like searching for this. He just asked me, so I was like, all right, whatever, I'll go. The date was supposed to be today. He texted me on Saturday and was like, does Monday work? And I was like, yeah, that works fine. Now it's Monday at 11. He like picked a place on Saturday, but he never set the time. He didn't text me till this morning, and he was just like making small talk. So now I'm confused, and I'm annoyed that I'm confused, because at my core, I don't really care if I go or not, but I want to know if I'm going or not, but I don't want to ask him if we're going or not. Does anybody understand that? I don't know if he's...
Holy, did you guys see that right now? My brain cells are evacuating my mind right now. This is what men have to deal with right here. You don't want to date anymore, but you're still going on dates. You're indifferent to everything. Imagine actually going out with a girl like this, where she just doesn't care. She doesn't like you that much. She's just there to get a free meal, there to be entertained by you. It is just a whole yikes, man.
Not sure if I was gonna make this, but I really just want to know, what are we all doing for dating? I'm 49 years old. I'll be 50 in March. I've done dating apps. I will not spend one more penny. I started hearing about matchmakers. I did use a matchmaking site. My experience was not good. Really just wanted to know, has anybody done any matchmaking sites? It is very expensive. I'd like to know your thoughts, number one. I mean, we all might be on Later Daters. I don't know. That's on Netflix right now, and that might be something. It's just extremely laughable at this point.
Man, this is the future for 50% of women. 50% of them, bro, are headed to this right here. Half of the girls in their 20s right now. This is where they're headed. 50 years old, having to look for matchmakers, making TikTok videos alone in your car. That is bleak, dude. But man, the thing is, this stuff, it's genuinely depressing, first of all. This is actually depressing. But it's hard to actually feel bad for them. It really is, because they're doing it to themselves. Again, they're touching the hot stove over and over, and then they're like, oh, why am I getting burned over and over? What's happening? They are doing this to themselves. You had all of the options in the world, and you somehow fumbled it. So man, that's the thing. As unfortunate as it is, a lot of these women, they're going to be a part of that statistic. You're just one of the millions that are going to be single.
Single guys, if you have a good flirty interaction with a girl at a party, at a bar, somewhere, and you walk away without asking for her number, what are you doing? What are you doing? Gotta get the number. Shoot or shoot, and we want you to ask, okay? Because we're not going to just voluntarily be like, do you want my phone number? Girls aren't built like that, okay? It'd be nice if we were, and trust me, I know a lot of the comments are going to say that, but no, we're not. So all you have to do is just say, hey, had a great time chatting with you tonight. Can I get your number?
I'm simply out of fucks to give today. Tried looking for one, couldn't find it. Now we're moving on. That's it for today's video, guys. All right, like, subscribe, path of progress. I'll see you later.